The lefties are still losing it. Trump's the president-elect, and the race hustle still continues right here on the Urban Conservative. Let's do it.
NASCAR. Do you like a Tribe Called Quest? Well, you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like manwich and nachos? Well, then you'd love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like guns? Do you like butter? Well, you're gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Yo, what's good, son? You like pit bulls, say? You like solving Sudoku puzzles? Then you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Hey, buddy, if your car making a sound like this, you might want to get you some power steering fluid and check out the Urban Conservative podcast.
Are you repulsed by the idea of drag queen story time at your local library, but enjoy Carol Baskin TikTok memes? Then you would enjoy the Urban Conservative.
Do you want to slap your boss and then go home and make yourself some golden brown pancakes covered in butter and freshly made warm boysenberry syrup? Then you'll love the Urban Conservative.
If you're a little over Cardi B and you're repulsed by the thought of Hogmaw, check out the Urban Conservative. You ready? If you think the earth is flat and always on that weird side of YouTube, check out the Urban Conservative. They'll set you straight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Time for the Urban Conservative podcast. Of course, you are joined by the TUC twins. I'm Raheem Architect Soto, joined by my twin brother from the same mother, no other. Abdul Ali is in the building. Make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe, all that good-ish. You know what I'm saying? The website, tuconservative.com. If you want to help us continue to do what we do, which is support and promote conservative policy ideas to our urban communities. We do a little bit of voter education. We do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, mix a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And that's what we do. So you can head over to tuconservative.com where, like I said, you can get yourself a mug, a cup, support us by sponsoring an episode, all that good stuff. And, you see what we're doing over there. That's what we're doing. We got some wind under our belt. I don't like doing all the braggadocious stuff, bro. Ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? You must be on mute, bro. We got no Abdul Ali? Oh, no. We lost the duel. Where's the duel?
All right, you should have me now.
Now?
There I go.
What's going on, bro?
No, I was saying, you want to kind of low-key braggadocious, but the promotion is a thing, right? You still got to promote. And as you said, we do have some wins under our belt. If you are a candidate, a GOP, a PAC, a political party, you want to know about urban engagement, campaign messaging, image consulting, all that good stuff, then give us a holler. We will be more than happy to help you succeed and reach out to urban areas. That is our mission here, is to share conservative values and principles, as well as the benefits of conservative policies to urban communities.
So real quick, I have to say, we also are here to help you if you don't know where to get started in politics. A lot of people are turned off because of the nature of how divisive, and for those who don't know what divisive is, how split apart the country appears to be because of partisanship. You know what I mean? So we want to try to help you guys get involved. And again, it's not about ramming everything Republican down your throat, but you got to align with who your values align with, and what kind of policies you want to see in your community, what kind of future you want for your community. And there's a way to decipher all of that and come to your political understanding. So, I see you got something else up there. What you got? Oh, yeah, some wins under the belt, past guests of the show, past clients of the company, folks that that have won some races, and we've helped accomplish that mission. So, listen, let's get into tonight's show, bro, because this is a very very interesting one. Where's the cover? Where's the cover for this one?
So the interesting thing, right? The interesting thing about tonight's show is that we often on this platform talk about our vitriolic, deep rooted, down deep in our gizzard. If you could get as innard as your gizzards, right? Disdain for the race hustlers, right? The Tariq Nasheeds of the world, the Al Sharptons, the Roly Poly Martins of the world. Now, the interesting thing is, now that Trump is the president-elect, what's next for these folks? And the question that I have, and we want to know what you think, jump in the comments, let us know as we go through this dialogue tonight. Have minorities had it with the left's race baiting? Now, I'm gonna preface that question with this right here, okay? The fact of the matter is, in a blue city like Charlotte, what you have are Black Democrats calling out the racism in the Democrat Party. This is from the African American Caucus of Mecklenburg County's Democrat Party, saying that they do not have confidence in the leadership of the Mecklenburg County Democratic Party. And as a result, we join the voices calling for the immediate resignation of Chair Drew Comer. Now, the interesting thing about that is on the heels of this letter right here, okay? That is on the heels of this very interesting letter that came from the African American Caucus of the Democrat Party doing what? Calls for an end to white supremacist culture within the North Carolina Democratic Party through its funding powers of the North Carolina Democratic Leadership Committee. The caucus of the Democrat Party addresses the inherent issue and culture of white supremacy within the North Carolina Democratic Party, particularly with its funding directives from the North Carolina Democratic Leadership Committee. This culture has manifested into the following areas. Check this out, y'all. Disregard for bolstering Black candidates for statewide elective office, especially with the Black woman candidates repeatedly receiving appointments to said offices. Blatancy of white Democrats not supporting Black Democrats. Pandering and financing of NCDP funding from NCDLC to multiple Black nonpartisan organizations that have no intent to lift the voices and votes of their communities, but to continue with pay-to-play instances that pad their pockets while the NCDP has us as the Black arm within their own party. In other words, y'all didn't get no money. Isn't that what that sounds like, bro? These Black Democrats is mad because they didn't get no money.
That's usually how it goes, but that's exactly what we didn't get our kickback. It didn't make it to our pockets.
Exactly right. The other thing it says is the complicitness of a number of Black elected officials continuing with the way of this white supremacist nature of the North Carolina Democratic Party in order to hold on to their seats and not truly represent the needs of their constituency, calling their own fellow Democrats, Black Democrats, white supremacists.
Right.
So here's the point that I'm trying to make by pulling this up. I think that there's something to be said about this idea that the real racism does not exist on the right, but it exists on the left. That's not to say that there are no racists on the right. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the blatant racism, the blatant race hustling, the blatant disregard.
Right. Wait.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna continue to say this, and this is the part where you should snip it, dip it, flip it, clip it, and this is what you want to say. And this part right here, what I'm about to say, you want to do your research on this. And I don't know if you want to pull this up. Okay, we keep using this word racism, and this word racism is totally misunderstood. Okay, there's a humongous issue with racism. If you subscribe to the idea that a person is white, you're a racist. If you subscribe to the idea that someone is black, you're a racist. Okay? The word race followed by the suffix ist, right? Let's use this ist suffix somewhere else, Ali. The dentist. Is the dentist someone who hates teeth?
No.
Okay. Is an optometrist someone who hates eyes?
No.
Is a phlebotomist someone who hates blood?
No.
So a racist is not someone who hates another race. That's a literal error, like an error in the definition of the word. If you subscribe that there are more than the human race, you would have to say, well, black is a separate race from white, and white's a separate race from this race and that race, and now you're becoming a racist. You
Sure.
believe in the idea of separating people by race. That's what makes you a racist. Now, there are bigots.
Fair.
Both sides of the aisle. There are people who wrongly discriminate on both sides of the aisle. That's right, you heard me say it. Wrongly discriminate. Because guess what? There is a good version of discrimination. Discrimination, we learned from Walter Williams, gets a bad rap when we use it every single day to save our lives. We use discrimination every day, right? When you chose your wife, you discriminated against all of the other women. When you chose...
Hey, for the record, I was in Aldi's yesterday and I discriminated against a bunch of the bananas they had in there because they wasn't looking too good.
See, so my point is that this idea of racism being, we got to end the racism, then stop calling each other colors. Stop
there you
it.
Go.
And it would be that simple. And I think on the right, we make this mistake, right? Because the left uses this identity politic identification method. And then the right shows up and we go, our folks go, we're colorblind. We don't see color, which is well-intentioned, but dismissive.
Fair. So let me get your take on this, right?
Okay.
There was for the last 2 weeks, as Trump was making his appointments, to his cabinet, there was a bunch of, he ain't picked no black people, and he ain't got no black people, and he don't pick no black people, right? Mm-hmm. Now, my question was, when he does pick a black person, which he did already, what are they going to say about that guy, right?
He's a coon. He's a bootlicker. He only kissing a white man's butt, blah, 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 blah. Am I about right?
I am. That is exactly what I've heard. And it's bizarre to me because you got what you asked for. But then you have to deal with people like Al Sharpton, right? And Al Sharpton is a strange creature, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very strange human being. I want y'all to listen to what Al Sharpton had to say about black folks that supported President Trump. Y'all take a listen.
I repeat, the insult of saying that black voters would in some way be enticed to support him because he had a mugshot like all of us are criminals, or to say that because he has 4 indictments, one of which, or really 2 of which, both Georgia and the federal, around him trying to rob votings when we had to fight. People were bloodied, beaten, and killed to get us the right to vote. And one person, one of his supporters, got on Fox News saying, blacks love him because of the sneakers. So let me get this right. He didn't support George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, Biden did, and signed an executive order. He didn't support the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. But we supposed to go for sneakers and a mugshot.
Need I, Mr. Sharpton, pull up the video of what you Democrats think black people are about, especially the presidential candidate that you had doing a twerk fest concert? Apparently, what y'all think is we're about booty and weed, because that's what you offered us. That's what Kamala Harris tried to offer us, was Megan Thee Stallion twerking and I'll give you some weed if you vote for me. This is what y'all think of the Democrats. You think that we're going to listen to Lizzo. You think we're going to listen to Beyonce. Y'all think we're going to listen to Usher. Y'all think we're going to listen to Eminem. Y'all think we're going to listen to Robert De Niro for some reason because he's in the gangster movies.
Right. Oh well, they'll it's like putting Big Macs on turntables, bro. Do you understand? Did we lose you? Seems like we lost Ali. All right, well, real quick, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back right here on the Urban Conservative. It's a Monday night. You rocking out with the TUC Twins. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this brief intermission.
Doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
In North Carolina, and I'm live with the Urban Conservative.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right back here on the Urban Conservative. You got cut off, Ali. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Something went weird with the internets. But all I was suggesting at this point, bro, was that I find it interesting that Al Sharpton's upset over. He was upset over that. He was upset over the fact that Trump didn't appoint any black guys until he did. He's saying that I'm offended that Trump would say black people like us for the sneakers and the mug shot. Meanwhile, y'all put a twerk fest. Meanwhile, y'all think we're supposed to listen to Lizzo and Eminem and crew.
Right. And all the rest of the Holly weirdos that had a political something to say relating to politics. So one thing I want to point out while you got Al Sharpton up there, it is funny that the leftist media continues to use this guy. Right? He is the only pastor, preacher, what is he, reverend, that I don't understand what church he has. He's one of the only reverends I know of that's been a former FBI informant or worked for the mob or any of these things, and the leftist media keeps using them.
Right.
And, I just think it's ridiculous. Go ahead. What you got? Oh yeah, I remember her.
So Jasmine Crockett, this is recent. And we saying the race, this is why I was saying the race hustle continues, because this is a sitting congresswoman, sitting representative. I wanted to point something out, Rob. What do you notice about this sister right here? Anything stick out to you?
Not the red shirt, not the glasses. Seems like a nice enough lady, I guess.
Okay.
The wedding.
She's about to go off on this racist rant about how black people are oppressed. Black people have no opportunity. Black people, right?
You're there.
Now, here's what the problem I have. You have on this lady's earrings. You know who that is?
Is that
that's Coco Chanel.
Right.
So you're so mad at white people, but you got on Coco Chanel's earrings. Make it make sense for me.
Right. Now, whoever knows that's probably Lane Bryant right there or something. Who knows?
Listen to this.
No audio.
It has no audio?
It has no audio. Fail.
All right, let me try it again. Hold on.
Failed.
Let me try that.
No audio.
I'm gonna stop sharing, then I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna try it again. This thing acting funky with us tonight, bro. Hold on. Screen share. Okay. Also share audio. Right there. Bang boogie. You should have it up right there. Let me know if you hear this.
Who practice civil rights, let me tell you, the reason that my colleagues wanted to make sure you understood the same black history that your side of the aisle wants to delete out of classrooms is because you can then misuse words like oppression. There has been no oppression for the white man in this country.
Jackassery. Jackassery. Like, just think, these are the people that get elected. Like, y'all vote for these people. Yeah, vote for these people. And this is the thing. This is why our mission to do voter education, to do community engagement, to do family self-sufficiency training, to do some of these things that we do is because people are voting for people like her based solely on skin color. Solely on she's the only reason she got her job is because she's a black woman. That's all you got. Go ahead. Let her roll.
Hold on, I'm gonna let that beam footage
You
roll.
tell me which white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me which one of them got dragged all the way across an ocean and
You really want to ask that question, ma'am?
Since you brought it up.
Since you brought it up, y'all, here you go. It took a 10-second wiki. 10 seconds.
Now, Wikipedia ain't the end all be all or even a great source, but I mean, they got basic information. So you got the basics right there.
You could look it up. You could even go as far as pulling up this book right here called White Gold, the story and shocking story drawn from unpublished letters and manuscript by slaves and by the padres and ambassadors sent to free them of white slaves in America. It ain't that hard to pull up, Representative Crockett. It ain't that hard to do.
told that you are going to go and work. We are going to steal your wives. We are going to rape your wives. That didn't happen. That is oppression.
Which ocean did she come across from? Remind me.
We didn't ask to be here. We not.
So you are not like,
yo, how does this still exist in 2024, bro?
Strong black woman right there.
The same migrants that y'all constantly come up against. We didn't run away from home. We were stolen.
She did the chair bounce.
So yeah, we are going to sit here and be offended when you want to sit here and act like and don't let it escape you that it is white men on this side of the aisle telling us, people of color on this side of the aisle, that y'all are the ones being oppressed, that y'all are the ones that are being harmed. That's not the definition of oppression.
Ma'am, there is no T at the end of the word harmed. I'm sorry.
You tell me the prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment that you've had, and we can have a conversation.
You can start. No, tell me what you've had. Tell me what you have had. Tell me the oppression you have had, Representative Crockett. Can't do it.
174 grand a year in the United States House of Representatives. Didn't we read somewhere a few years ago, you have a better chance of being struck by lightning than you do being elected to Congress? Right. Like, yo, you've got a literally better chance of getting hit by sky electricity than you do by going to Congress. But this is what we're talking about when we say the race hustle continues. This is the type of rhetoric, the type of information, just garbage information that's being put out there.
This is the thing, Ali, on the tail end of this is that, so we have a Donald Trump and we have an incoming administration, right? And my thing is this. The left should learn from this, that people are tired. People are tired of the race baiting. People are tired of being made to feel guilty for something that you can't even explain. You can't even explain it. Go ahead.
First of all, what do you notice about this? How did Elon Musk help Trump? Y'all didn't even, come on, man.
They didn't care if he overthrew the election. This election also tells us
he looks stanky.
The character no longer matters. They didn't care if he overthrew the election. They didn't care if he cheated companies. They didn't care if he cheated small businesses. They didn't care if he lied on his taxes. They didn't.
I'm glad we look like normal people, son. He just doesn't look good. That guy doesn't look good. I mean, they say there's somebody for everybody, but like, I'm just glad, we had decent looking parents. Like, just, jeez Louise, man. Just let yourself go, bro.
They didn't care if he lied about the cost of the value of his businesses. In fact, Trump told 30,000 lies last time he was in Oval Office. They're like, yeah, we good.
All right, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. How does this guy have a platform? How?
Because he was on TV, bro.
But I genuinely don't get it. Like, bro, that haircut, the pork neck, like, I don't get it. How can anybody take this guy seriously?
I don't know. It looks like he sweats bacon grease.
Yo, I was gonna say it looks like he can't walk more than 2 miles an hour, son. Without, like, he don't look good, bro.
Yeah, we're good. We good with the lies. Ain't no problem. We're good with it. What does that tell you?
It tells me that Roland Martin got paid by Kamala Harris. He was a Kamala Harris simp. He's going to continue to try. Now, this is why you're seeing the network TV stations, the legacy media going out of business because of people like this. This is what people are tired of it. I just saw this thing in Charlotte, bro. The Charlotte Reporter did this barbershop talk, and it was the young, angry black guy with the Afro pick talking about, I can't believe black people in America supported a convicted felon and a convicted rapist. And I'm sitting there going, when was he convicted of that? Remind me, when did that happen?
Yeah, just total fake news. 100% fake news.
Absolute fake news, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we're at a point, I think we're at a precipice where people are tired of it. People are done with the gaslighting. They're done with the race baiting. But I think there's, on the tail end, there's something that needs to happen on the Republican side. And that is, you can't lose sight of the momentum that Trump has given you with this record number of African Americans or black people, whatever adjective you want to use, that support what the Republicans were talking about, which is lower taxes, lower food costs, more access to affordable housing, more access to capital for business, safer streets, better schools. Those are the things that the Republican Party needs to be in the community over the next 4 years, talking to the people about, explaining the benefits of the policies that Trump and his cabinet are about to put out. And as they put those policies out, making sure that we're reaching out to communities that we typically don't reach out to. That's what we need to do to capitalize on this growth, because there is clearly dissatisfaction with the race baiting, with the gaslighting, and with the lies from the mainstream media. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been checking out the Urban Conservative Podcast with my twin brother, Raheem Architect Soto. I am Abdul Ali. Make sure you give us a like, share, follow, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Are you falling for the mainstream, lamestream, left-wing media, okie doke, or not? We'll see you live and direct right here on the Urban Conservative. Make sure you give us a follow so you know when we go live and drop exclusive news content. And also, make sure you follow us on Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have a positive and productive evening. Peace.
In North Carolina, and I'm live with the Urban Conservative.
Doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.